hands together, make some noise for your McCarthy Streets main event winner, your number 23, that's Steve Eden Sr.
And they're bringing the broken double decker off the track now.
All right, Magic Valley Speedway. This next time around, Jeff will be leading the
And of course, they're starting them single file. Come on. Come on! Woo! Woo! Come on, save it, save it! Come on, babe. Oh, come on, babe. Woo! Oh, shit! He got tight. Got a little tight there. Oh my God. That's good that he's... Well, the 78 got its spot back, which honestly is the right thing.
coming off of turn 4. Danny is a senior. Congratulations on your main event win. How are you feeling right now? I would imagine so. Can you tell me a little bit about your race?
What happened?
Trying to be a little light, so we just good. Stuck.
Well, there you go. Do you have anybody that you want to thank?
I need to thank Holy Farms, Avalanche Chassis, and Chris over at Avalanche Chassis, Nancy Orangeburg, Southern Idaho Coating, Scales Car Quest,
No problem. Well, there you
and Waste, way to do racing.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. How about one more round of applause for your Cactus Beach Street? The winner of the evening, 23. That's Steve Senior.
We rolled into the track tonight. Sorry I didn't get a whole lot of footage in the pits. I know you guys like that, but I'm really kind of focused on doing what we need to do, so didn't do a whole lot of videoing in the pits. We rolled in, sign in the shack. Big old note says 23, 22. Who else was it on there? 24. Don't start your engines. Take them straight into Tech Shack. They're gonna. What did it say?
Pump engine.
No, it didn't say pump. It said popping engines. I'm like, no, I think they're gonna pump engines. They don't pop in engines. So I kind of corrected their writing on their little note and put pumping, because when they pump the engine, they're checking for compression. Run a sealed 602 crate motor, bone stock. So first thing we do, we have to roll the car off, take it over to tech, pull a plug out. 3 plugs later, because their tool couldn't get to the ones that we were pulling, which is okay. The third one we go to take out, we break a plug off. Track owner was nice enough to pull one out of his 2-seater to put in my car because I didn't have any spare plugs. Thank you, Eddie. You're probably watching this. Appreciate that. So we pump normal, just like all the rest of the 602s. Everything great. I've been telling you guys, everything on my car is 100% legit. I'm going for a championship. I'm not going to take a chance on something stupid for why? To have my points taken away? No, ain't happening. So anyways, we passed that. Last week they checked vacuum. They went ahead and pulled a vacuum check before he gave me the plug off of the 602, which, his 2-seater, which also has a 602. Pulled the same vacuum as us. Same vacuum as on the 22. My buddy Sean Lester, he put a brand new motor in this year. So, I mean, they're all the same. I mean, it's the same motor. You just got to work on your car, guys. I mean, I spend hours and hours in the shop, as you guys, my subscribers, know, constantly working on that car. It's just, when I show up to the track, I want the car ready to go win. I don't want to sit there and work on it at the track. I want to do that in the shop. Well, it's turned more into more that we're working on it at the track, not to fix the car, but to pass tech on everything. And it just, I mean, it's almost like you're running for a NASCAR Cup anymore. It's kind of getting ridiculous. So it is what it is. I mean, it just is what it is. You got to do it. If you don't do it, you forfeit your points, and it's just, you got to do what you got to do. So anyways, before the heat race, they came over the intercom, all streets to tech, come race ready. So we know what that means. They're going to check something else. So we go through and we make sure we're 100% legit. Once again, just for safe measures, I pumped the left. We have a ride height rule of 5 inches. So, meaning nothing on the frame or the body can be lower than 5 inches. So, just to be on the safe side, I throw 2 turns in on the weight jacks. I don't know if y'all know what weight jacks are. They're jacking bolts that sit on top of the spring cups, which sit on top of the springs, which adjusts your ride height. Okay, so I throw 2 turns in on the left. I pumped the left sides up to 20, which we normally don't run that high of pressure. An extra 4 pounds on both the right sides. Reset the bar, roll into tech. We're a half an inch too high, meaning we could have been a half an inch lower. But you know what? That's fine. So we're a half inch too high now at 5.5 inches when we could have left it alone and stayed right at 5 inches where we were. But like I said, I don't want anything questionable on this car. So we passed tech. We're within a half inch on the fuel cell. Everybody else is like 6 inches too high on their fuel cell. That's what I mean. Work on your car. Check all this stuff in the shop, guys. If you're wondering why this car doesn't fade, this car just is the same every lap. I hit my marks every lap, same lap times. I mean, it might fluctuate within 0.2 from the start to the end, but where you're dropping off to 16.9 and mine staying at 16.6, I'm going to pull away. So you just got to put the shop time in, guys. Get that fuel cell, get your ride height down right. When you're 6 inches higher on the ride height on the fuel cell, you're too high in the back. Just plain and simple. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it to you. So anyways, we pass, and they tell us go straight to staging. Don't touch the car for the heat race. We go out in the heat race, and I'm going, man, this car's faster than it's been. So we found something that it really, really likes. So by staying with the rules and making sure we're going to pass everything, we found something that made the car even more stable, more faster. So we ran the heat race, and I come back in from the heat race. As you've seen, the 24, I was clear up to his door. He kept coming down. I was giving him all the room I could. He still was coming down. He turned. They sent me to the back. They called it, well, they sent him to the back also. So doesn't matter if you caused it or you were just involved in it, you go to the back. And that's okay. So they sent us to the back, and we then 3 laps ran right back up to second before they threw the checker flag. Salvaged some points there. The 78 won the heat race. He's been the points leader, the one I'm chasing down. So he gained, I think, what was it, 1 point, 2 points back on me there. So we roll into the main. After I come out of the heat race, I tell my crew guy, Scott, awesome job tonight, Scott. Don't touch anything. It's perfect. Do not touch anything. Leave it alone. So we don't touch it. We line up for the main, and this car is just, I could put it anywhere, unbelievably on rails. I'm like, we're gone. Okay, we're gone. Period. So we run a good clean race. We did get inside of the 78. He kept coming down. He had to have seen I was there. He was trying to kind of salvage some points for himself, and I understand that. And we kind of had some contact, but I was already there. It was too late to back out. So I ended up clearing off of him. And then something happened with the 22 and him. I don't know if 22 was trying to get inside of him like I was or whatever, and he turned him. So the caution come out. They sent the 22 to the back. He felt something was wrong with his car, so he pulled off the track, and we just went back to green and just pulled away. And man, that thing was awesome tonight. I can't say enough for Avalanche Chassis Dynamics, the setup they put in it. The car just doesn't fall off anymore. If you remember in my earlier videos, we had so much speed, but 5 to 10 laps in, the car would just fall off. Well, it don't fall off anymore. So, yeah. So after the main, they come over the receiver. 22, 23, and the 24. Go straight to your pits. Let it cool down. Drop the drive lines, pull the transmissions. I mean, like, they've already looked at my transmission. They've looked at my clutch. Everything's legal. So, okay, we're going to appease them. So we go into doing that, get it up on jack stands. something's going on with the lighting in the pits. There's no lights. So we had a nice, once again, Scott, my crew guy, hindsight, brought a big old floodlight. Awesome job, Scott. Thanks, that helped out a lot. So we're tearing it apart, and then they finally come and inspect everything. Once again, everything's good. I mean, like I said before, it's all legit. So just work on your cars a little bit. I mean, I spent lots of time and money making sure this car's right. We're just going to keep doing what we do. I don't see any changes to the car coming up. The only thing I do need to do is unbolting the exhaust to pull the tranny and stuff out. I noticed there was a big crack in one of the exhaust pipes, and so we got to get that fixed. And we drained all the gear oil out of the transmission so it ain't leaking all over in the pit stall and making a mess. Common courtesy. Most guys would just pull it out and make a mess everywhere. So we got to get gear oil back in it. But yeah, we closed it down again. Not quite as big as last week. I think we're now 2 points behind the leader. So things are getting pretty tight, and the teching's getting pretty ridiculous, and we're just going to do what we got to do, guys. Told you before, nothing short of Jesus Christ coming back and taking us back up where we belong. Nothing stopping me from coming. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for subscribing, commenting, watching along. They don't want to see the doggies.
Yeah,
they want to see the doggies? Okay, well, let's show the little doggies. That's Izzy. She's the older one, the black lab. And then this one's Bella. I've had her since she was a baby. This one was Izzy was a stray. We just took her in. So, yeah. Big shout out, Wasted Wages Racing, Fleming Family Racing. They've contacted me. They're going to come on as a sponsor on this car, help us do what we're going to do. Once again, Miller Time Motorsports. Go follow them, subscribe to Fleming Family Racing, follow them. They're always doing great stuff. I don't know if they're trying to beat me in builds, but let's go. Have a good night, guys.
We're talking.